Hello, it's Thursday. Excuse my voice a little. I've been losing my voice. All the coughing and that from having been sick. Just thought I'd check in. I have lost a couple more pounds. I haven't been able to check my measurements just yet. I am feeling a lot better than what I was. Just finished physical therapy, hence why I'm in my car. Hope everybody's been doing well. Was gonna upload a video yesterday, but I can talk today, where yesterday it was cutting in and out quite a bit. Um, Overall, haven't had a lot go on. Have been still trying to make the changes to the diet, to how we're eating. I should say how I'm eating. I'm not making the kids do it since, well, they're adults. They can make their own choices. Um, let's see. I've been noticing that some things have been fitting a bit looser. I know I mentioned last time, I believe it was, that I had gotten the tension bands that you can do a lot with them. You can hook them over the door to where you can use them on the door, basically to hold on and actually use them for double pulley type system. Um, you can hook them to the side so that it's easier for doing like the side to side sort of stuff. It's got a bar so that you can basically step on the bands. Um, Excuse me for sounding kind of funny. I've had some dental work done, so. But you step onto the bands, and it's got a bar that connects the two handles so that you can do basically pressing up with it, or more of a rowing sort of motion. You can also basically use them to give you the added tension for doing squats and lunges. Um, so I've been doing that a bit more as well, and that's helped. It's not put too much overstress on my shoulder and such, since I've been having to do the physical therapy. It's kind of, I think, helped with it in conjunction to everything that they've been having me work on as well. But overall, seems things seem to be going pretty well. Hoping to have everything more on track over the next week so that we could actually. I'll probably be going in on Sunday or so and doing the measurements, doing the weight again. That way I can give more update on that. I just finished doing my mindfulness groups, so now it'll be on myself for just doing those, which I have no problem with because I've been doing it myself. Basically, the mindfulness group was learning more on meditation and being able to live in the moment. Um, Not so much looking on the past and worrying about what hasn't yet happened in the future, but just putting the focus on the here and now. And that's something I think that is very important. I think it takes a lot of stress, unnecessary stress, off of a person by focusing more on the here and now and not worrying about the what ifs, because the what ifs, okay, what if this does happen? What if that does happen? At the same time, not knowing whether or not something's going to happen and worrying about something that may not even happen at all is such an unnecessary stress that we don't need. And I think that that's one thing that I used to get caught up in my head, is the constant worry of, well, what if this happens? Or thinking about all the different venues of how something could take place, and not letting that hold me back. If I do this, well, this might happen, that might happen, that negative might happen, that negative might happen. Well, it's better just not to do it instead of taking a chance. And I've gotten to a point that I'm tired of not taking some chances. I want to experience more, not just let it all hold me back and later on regret not having done things, or making the assumption that Why bother doing it? Because even if I do it, it doesn't mean there's going to be any change. Such as looking back on the past so much and saying, it's always been this way, so why should I bother? I don't want to have that mindset. So I had been in this mindfulness group for a little over 6 months or so. Probably about, well, actually, I think it's been going on almost a year that I've done it. Um, we had just finally finished it though, but I think that a large part of it is it's helped me to change that mindset of thinking, of dwelling on the past and concerning myself overly with the what if. So I've focused more on the here and now, and if it's something that I have no absolute control over, rather than throwing all my stress, anxiety, and worry straight into it, doing what I can to make a more positive outcome, but at the same time keeping kind of a mindset of it is what it is and it'll work out the way that it needs to work out. That's kind of been part of my mindset in that, so that it's not undue stress than what needs to be. Um, Part of the reason why too that it's, if my weight numbers fluctuate or maybe it doesn't go down the way I'd like it to, I haven't been beating myself up over it, because of the fact that it is what it is. It's not that I'm not working for it still, and not that I'm not going to put an effort forward, but rather than stressing myself out, which is going to be counterproductive to losing weight anyways, and going through and just dwelling on the numbers, it'll happen as it needs to happen. As long as I'm putting in the effort to make changes to my eating habits, to become more active, there'll be the changes. Things will start to work out. It's not going to be an overnight thing. I mean, as much as it feels like it went on overnight, it definitely isn't going to come off overnight. Not as much as I'd like it to. But we'll just have to go from there and see how it is. But it's just a matter of being positive and going forward. So I need to go ahead and get out of here. I look forward to talking to y'all soon. Have a good day. Hope everybody's doing well and being successful. Bye.